Dan, welcome to Watford.
Thank you very much.
Bit of a whirlwind weekend, I guess, for you.
Yeah, it's been pretty full on. A lot of telephone calls, a lot of sort of back and forth. But yeah, we've all come to an agreement, and absolutely delighted to be here.
I guess perhaps from us, for a club that's battling with Watford for promotion, it's quite a coup for us to get you to come to us.
Yeah, no, like I say, it was one of those where I wasn't playing much football at Bournemouth. They recently signed another midfielder, and yeah, I was running out of contract, and at the moment there was no talks. So when Watford said they was interested, it was clear for me to go down that avenue and see what happened. But yeah, it's all signed and sealed, and I couldn't be happier now.
From one promotion chasing team to another, what do you feel? You've been around the place this morning. What are you feeling from your first couple of hours at the club?
Yeah, it's obviously going to be interesting. Two sort of teams going for the same goal. But yeah, no, meeting the lads, meeting the manager and the chief exec, etc. And everyone around the club is a positive feeling. Obviously, I know the guys have had a really good first half of the season. And the goal is promotion. So, but there's 4 or 5 other teams with the same goal. It's going to be tough, but I feel already the lads here are really confident, and that's the aim with the whole club.
It feels like for the last 5, 6, almost probably 7 years now, Watford and Bournemouth have been so inextricably linked. Side by side, the promotion season 14-15, 5 years in the Premier League, and very similar stories, relegated together and now trying to get back together. It probably feels from our point of view, we know all about you and you must know all about us.
Yeah, it's a strange one. Obviously, I've played Watford many a times over, like you say, the last sort of 5-6 years. It's been strange. Obviously, we were both going for the league title back in the promotion to the Premier League season. And then, yeah, staying up, you probably see yourselves as direct rivals to sort of stay up and consolidate a Premier League position. And that's what happened for the first few years. And then the last final year was obviously against each other, kind of to try and get Premier League status. And it wasn't to be for both clubs, which was a huge shame. But yeah, we're trying to bounce back. And hopefully that's the case.
Similar ambitions, similar stories, but very different approaches. I guess, with Eddie Howe was manager for such a long time at Bournemouth and the structure there. What was it like sort of looking in from the outside on Watford as to the different approach here?
Yeah, it's totally different. Obviously, the change of managers here over the years is something that everyone sees. But to be fair, credit to the whole club, it doesn't ever derail the system, so to speak. Doesn't really derail results. The club still move forward, and that's no different recently. Club still pushing for their target, and yeah, hopefully the club can keep pushing for that.
You played against us many a time. Memories of playing games against Watford throughout your career. I've got a couple that I was going to remind you of. I'm going to take you way back to your time at Plymouth.
Cool.
FA Cup quarter-final on a
Yeah,
Sunday night.
I remember that.
Down at Home Park, where it was buzzing.
Ben Foster was the goalkeeper. I think he was on loan from Man U at the time.
Had a worldie, didn't he, as we won 1-0?
Yeah, he did. And I think he actually saved the chance from myself, if I can remember correctly. Yeah, we lost 2-0, I think.
Just
1-0. There was a team with Ashley Young. I'm going back a long way here. I know Ashley Young. He was one of the danger men that we were worried about on that day. It was a tough game. Obviously, we lost. But yeah, Ben Foster was up-and-coming keeper at Man U, and what a player he was then and what a player he is now. So it was going to be tough for us, for Plymouth back in the day. But yeah, it's enjoyable, and over the years, played a lot of football against Watford.
Talking the FA Cup, would it be fair to say one of your most famous goals, Everton FA Cup replay against Liverpool? But it's famous for a very strange reason, is that I think it was an ITV game and they went to an advert just as you scored.
Yeah.
And millions of TV viewers missed the goal.
I think over the years I've been asked that question a lot, and to be honest, that's probably done me a favour with that moment. It's made it probably a lot more popular, so to speak. A lot of people talk about that rather than the goal itself, but yeah, it all means the same thing. And yeah, it was a huge moment for me that time in my career, and it's when I look back, a very proud moment.
Spent some time at Blackpool after Everton and Newcastle. You know Craig Cathcart from there?
Yeah, I know Cathers from there. I went down sort of, I think it was a 3-month spell. That was the first bit of football I played for quite a while, from Newcastle. So yeah, it was a good move for me at the time, playing regular, and that ended up making my move to Bournemouth from there really. So it was a pivotal moment in my career.
And in terms of experience that you can bring to us from your time at Bournemouth, you were part of the promotion campaign 14-15, and then really cemented your place, I guess, once in the Premier League. What can you bring to Watford in this role?
Yeah, no, I'm obviously delighted with that. I've been in a promotion winning team, been in a league winning team. I know what the Championship's about, as do obviously Watford as well. I feel like we've got the players here to really get stuck into this league in the second part of the season. And yeah, the goal is Premier League football, and nearly 200 Premier League appearances. I want to bring huge experience, great character, professionalism, never say die attitude, and yeah, I'm going to give it 110% every day like I have done throughout my career.
We've got to talk about some of the battles against Watford over the last few years. I mean, they've been really tight. A couple of, I think Watford won last season 3-0 at Bournemouth. Bournemouth had won in the Premier League at Vicarage Road 4-0 a couple of seasons ago. Other than that, there was barely anything to choose between them. Some feisty affairs as well, which I'm sure people will remember.
Yeah, no, to be fair, I think most of the games have actually been draws. Yeah, they've been sort of 1-1, 0-0, and then obviously we had a crazy game, the 3-3 draw at home at the Vitality Stadium. That was a really interesting game. All first half goals, and then yeah, like I said, the second half was really cagey and tight. So yeah, it's been a close sort of rivalry for a few years, and that's sort of going up at the same time, coming down at the same time, and sort of trying to consolidate a Premier League place all at the same time as well. So yeah, we've built up a sort of a small rivalry, but yeah, some feisty appearances as well.
Be keeping your distance a little bit in training first of all, so there's no scores settled early on for some of those.
No, we're all on the same team now, so yeah, no dirty tackles in training.
In 2014-15, in January, Watford brought in a midfielder, Ben Watson. I think probably many supporters might see this signing as something very similar. From all the qualities you've just mentioned, and he was an integral part of Watford getting over the line that season. Is that something that I guess 6-7 years on, supporters will certainly be hoping that you can perhaps be the catalyst for a repeat. Yeah,
look, I'm coming to join the journey with the guys I've already took. The team here has done well, sitting fourth in the league at this moment in time. So they've done the half of the season really well. I'm coming here to sort of add to the group on and off the pitch, and yeah, hopefully now to the end of the season I can play a huge part, and like I say, the goal is promotion back to the Premier League at the first time of asking, and that's the feel that I get within the group, that's the feel that I get with everyone around the place, and yeah, I'm really confident coming here, joining the group, and yeah, trying to help in as much as I can. It's following on from the back end of last season. It's the strangest of all seasons, obviously with the pandemic and no supporters, everything behind closed doors. What's it going to take to get over the line? And does it feel so very different? And how much of a difference is that going to make in terms of mounting a promotion campaign and getting that? Yeah, I mean, obviously going away from home. It's probably easier going to empty stadiums, but with your home support it can make such a huge difference. Obviously coming here in the past with the Watford fans, it's never been an easy place to come. I never see Watford at home really get turned over with the support behind them. It's, like I said, a difficult place to come, but yeah, it's more grit, more determination, the mentality's got to be right, and everyone inside the club and around each other have got to G each other up. Sometimes it's difficult with no fans, but yeah, that's with the characters in the squad, and I know there's huge ones here that help with that. So on that front, it should be fine. But yeah, with the fans here would be a lot easier.
You touched on it earlier on, but yeah, 4 or 5 teams you'd say in the mix from what you've seen in the first half of the season. You know, how do you see this promotion race battling out? You know, there's the 3 teams that came down, ourselves, Bournemouth and Norwich, Swansea and Brentford in the mix. It's a typical championship season, isn't it? It is really tight.
Yeah, I mean, the first time we was in the championship sort of 5-6 years ago, I think Bournemouth and Watford were thereabouts all year, along with probably 3, 4, 5 other teams like it is this year. It's the same every single season in this division. There's not much that separates the teams. You've got to be sort of 110% every game, and if you come off that, if you have 1 or 2 off that, then it turns out to be a difficult afternoon. But yeah, it's going to go down to the wire. Obviously, teams can put good runs together. And hopefully, we can do that and build on the first half of the season.
Your first appearance could be at Coventry next weekend. Good memories already this season of playing at St Andrews against Coventry for Bournemouth. You won 3-1 and a couple of goals that day. Yeah,
it was a good night for me personally. First 2 goals of the season. It was something that I was looking to sort of add to my game this year. And on the back of that, I thought that's the way it was going. But yeah, different things have happened. Not played too much of late, but yeah, good memories. Obviously, I want to score goals and I want to break into the box. That's sort of my game. But yeah, we'll see how the manager sees it and going forward. But most important, yeah, go there and get 3 points, and I'll be a happy man.
A repeat of your second goal, that would be nice. That was a
yeah, you don't get too many of those. I'm usually on the end of a few tap-ins, but yeah, no, it was a good strike. I was feeling obviously confident from the first goal, and yeah, it was a strike that I was proud of.
And we mentioned right at the start, it's been a whirlwind weekend. That's going to continue. You celebrate your birthday on Monday. Lots to sort out at home as well. You mentioned to me earlier as well, it's a busy time at home for you as well.
Yeah, the last 3, 4, 5 days really has been quite tough on everyone. A lot of anxiety in my household. I have a heavily pregnant wife, 5 weeks, and 2 young children, so with homeschooling, sorting my situation out, travelling here, then everywhere, and dealing with sort of hormones, etc. It's been difficult. It's been really difficult past few days, but yeah, it's all done, settled down, and go home for a couple of days, sort everything out, and then yeah, look to start in the middle of the week here.
Great stuff. Well, we wish you a happy birthday for Monday. We welcome you to Watford and wish you all the best.
Thank you very much. I'm delighted to be here. Hi guys, click here for more videos.